This is Chuck.
And this is Karen.
And this is our show,
What If It Really Worked?
A Practical Guide to Spirituality. And Karen, who is this?
This is the most lovely lady. We just are tickled to introduce her to you. Her name is Jean Logan. She's an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church. She has a doctorate in holistic nutritional healing, and she's president of the Holy Ground Farm. And that is a nonprofit that provides services to indigenous children. Now, children are my heart, so I really am so happy. That was the thing that caught me whenever you sent us your information, above all things, because I've worked with kids all my life, and I really think that it's so important for us to take care of these children. They're very important little souls on this planet right now. So welcome, Jean. We are so happy to have you here. Jean is the author of numerous books, but the ones we're going to specifically talk about today one is called Unlocking the Power of Glyphs, and the other is Sacred Symbols of Light.
Yeah.
And these are they're beautiful books, but the beauty in them is the power that's in them. It's quite powerful. And we have had the wonderful opportunity to utilize these books, and they work. That they really do work. So we wanted to share Jean with our listeners today. Thank you, Jean, for being here.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I think I might start by telling people everybody asks, how did you get started in this? What brought you to doing this? And what happened with me was I've always been fascinated by glyphs, but I received one in an email from somebody, and it looked like a little bug, a picture of a bug, like a centipede. There was a little squiggly line around, and it said that it would remove parasites that held fear in our body.
Whoa.
And I thought, wow, this is interesting. And so it said that we have held this since ancient times of Atlantis and Babylonia. And so I thought, wow, this is really fascinating. So I printed out the page and I cut out that little glyph. And I thought, it said use with integrity. And I thought, okay, I don't know how else you'd use it, but how do you use it? So I was holding it, and I was either told or decided to place it on my solar plexus. And if anybody out there doesn't know where your solar plexus is, it's right where your rib cage comes in like an upside down V. And I put it there, and immediately I felt a real commotion in my liver, like something jumping around in there. It was just quite intense. And I thought, whoa, what is this? And so after quite a while, it subsided. The next day I tried again and nothing happened. And I thought, well, I don't know what it was, but I think I had it, but I think it's gone. So I asked my guides. I was blessed with being able to converse with my guides, or my guardian angels, what we want to call them. And I said, whoever had that ability to have that much power, how did they do that? Because whatever they do, whatever I can do, because we all have the same power. God has given us all the same ability.
Right.
So they told me to just take decide what you wanted to do, draw a little picture, and have a ceremony. And I thought, okay, ceremony, candle, prayer, I can do that, yeah. So I did a few that didn't do much, energy, joy, and I thought, well, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. But then a friend called me that said she had poured some cold water. She had taken her dog's drinking bowl out of the dishwasher. It was hot, a glass bowl, and she poured cold water in without thinking. And it just shattered in all directions, and a piece went deep in her foot. And this was 2 weeks later, and she said it was badly infected. And she didn't know, she didn't want to take an antibiotic. And so I said, Kathy, would you be willing to do a little experiment with me? She said, sure. So I said, I'm going to create a glyph to kill the bacteria. So I wrote two of them up and empowered them, one to kill bacteria, the other one to speed healing. And I emailed them to her. I put them on an email. And the very next day, she contacted me and she said, wow, this is amazing. She said, the pain is gone, the swelling is gone, the redness is gone, it stopped oozing, it's just, and so it was on its way to healing. So I thought, oh, I'm on to something now. So then I realized the reason I could not create one with joy was because we have all this emotional stuff that we're carrying that is keeping us from our joy. So I started creating glyphs to remove the fear. Fear has been my biggest problem in my life. Fear has controlled my life since I was a child. So I had one to remove fear, not just from the body, but even from the cellular membrane, from the DNA. One to remove sadness, one to remove the anger, one to remove the resentments. And so when I first did this, the one for fear, I empowered it. And when I put it over my solar plexus, I could feel stuff literally being pulled out of the body. And when I wrote it up, each one has a program. They're programmed. And it was to remove the fear, and light would fill that area. Wherever it is removing, light fills this area.